Okay, so we're going to put in a new turn signal switch. I took the already taken the nut off of the end of the steering shaft, popped the horn button off, which obviously this is a newer steering wheel. My horn doesn't work on this one anyhow, but then put the puller on and pull it, and then the whole steering wheel will come off. And that gets us down into the contacts and stuff. This is the horn contact. And this is actually the ignition switch, and then the emergency flashers. It's over here, which the thing was broke anyhow. But I've got the battery is unhooked, and you need to unhook the battery before you do this, because the horn probably start going off. I got to unhook some stuff up underneath here. I got to drop the steering column down because the wires feed down through here underneath the bottom of the column and hook into a plug in there. So let me get a few of them things here unhooked, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is the switch. Get it out of the box and show what it looks like. You can see I'm going to go ahead and unbolt that, and unbolt this, and then I'm going to get underneath there and work on dropping that down. So I want to get the switch out and we'll look at it. Got this adapter plug and stuff in. I know the piece down underneath the dash looks like this. I think I'll clean this up before I put it back. It would be nice if I could bend it just a little bit. It's a little bit close to my steering wheel, but I don't have the right steering wheel on it. I may even try a different steering wheel. I want to put it back together here, but yeah, we'll see. Looks like there's 3 bolts down inside of here. I'll loosen them up here. Yeah, they're not super tight anyhow, so. This thing, it hasn't worked very good since I've had the truck. It would stick. You always had to, it wouldn't cancel. You had to do it yourself. And we had no emergency flashers. So hopefully get all this straightened out here. Now I'm going to have to take the steering column loose underneath the dash there. So we'll be back. Okay, right underneath the column, it's got this piece here that kind of holds the rubber back, and I had a switch hooked to it. I took that off, but I'll take these screws out here. I got to change some of this anyhow. I got ground wires hooked up on that side. So I'm going to actually put my ground wire in there on an eyelet. Hook this stuff up in behind there. So pull that out. And there's just like this. I pull this rubber here up. There's like this metal channel right here. That's got to come loose because the wires are underneath of it. Going up underneath of there. So pull that right there loose, and I'll be back. Okay, if you get the plates off down here, it's got this cover, covers the wires up. Here's the 2 wires that's behind the cover and the plug-in. Well, up here on the top end of it, what keeps it from sliding down is these two little tabs right there. I took a little screwdriver and bent them out just a little bit, just so I can wiggle this cover off of them. Now I have to do a little bit more wiggling, but I got to get this slid off of there so we can feed the wires up out of there. Well, I've been trying to fish this plug up through here. I got to get it through the rubber. So I think what I'm going to do, the switch ain't no good, so I'm just going to cut the wires off on this end, feed it back through in case I ever need that wire for anything. Okay, this new switch, I guess it fits up to some newer models. It takes a different plug because it comes with an adapter. It snaps on there, it adapts to the plug that's on this. So now I got to fish this down through there. Just look and see how these wires was kind of tucked in underneath that going down. Guess I can just pull them things kind of around that way. This is the inner piece that goes in there. I'm not even so sure if something may not be broke there, but start on that one. I'm just going to kind of lightly start them because I don't know. Actually, that didn't even start. I'm not sure exactly what holds this thing on. And let's see, get this wire to the rubber part. Come on, we're almost through there. Almost. There we go. That works. Oh yeah. Because then I took up in there and put that flat metal piece back over it now. Let's see what does it take to get this here? Okay. Guess it slides over, and it's going to clamp against this in there, against the center. Just drop everything. I think one of these was longer. Actually, they're all the same size. So let's start out with the back one. of a tight fit going back in there. Man. It needs to be worked down just a little bit. This thing in here for the emergency flashers has got to be down a little bit more. Helping? Well, maybe it is. It's almost there. Almost. Oh yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. Well, not so sure, but let's try this. Yeah, for some reason this side back here is not very low. There we go. Turn signal, it still rubs hard. Real hard in there for some reason. I just think I need to grind just a hair off of this thing to get it to fit down in that slot. that's somewhat better, but it's rubbing. I don't know just exactly why. And we'll try this hazard part out too. And just to be sure here. Yeah, it works. Which is a bearing, it goes back in there. I got down there, but this has got to go in that slot right there. It's just a little bit too wide for the plastic. And then when I get it in there, it's rubbing that right there. I might take it back loose again just to see if I can get it to push down in there. Okay, I ground just a little bit off each side of the turn signal handle. And got it fit down in there. You can see it fits down in there good now. Doesn't rub anything, doesn't wiggle. The hazard switch is working all right. Push it in, pop it off. So about ready to put the steering wheel back on. Hook up the wires on the bottom. Okay, put the steering wheel on, got the nut torqued down in it. It's still working fine. Just got to finish up underneath it. That's how you get the turn signal switch fixed.